Today I'm watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 5, Episode 1. I can't believe I'm on Season 5 already. It's crazy. There's only a few seasons left, and I know they're lengthy seasons, but I'm still having anxiety about the show being over. I'm very curious to see how Season 5 is going to take shape. We had, with the end of Season 4, the Initiative, Adam, what Riley and Spike are going to be up to. Is it going to be a new semester at university? Are they going to take a summer break, as was kind of the formula we had with the first 3 seasons of Buffy? Are Willow and Buffy going to be rooming together? Just very curious and anxious to see where the Scooby Gang is going to be starting off this new season. I think Season 3 has been my favorite so far, so I'm very curious to see where Season 5 will fall in the ranking order, especially once a show has been on air for a while. Sometimes the later seasons aren't as good. I really hope that's not the case. I'm not putting that out there. I'm just very curious to see what new adventures and horrible things are going to happen to Buffy, as she doesn't seem to be happy for very long. I hope there's more crossover episodes with Angel, as he has his own show now as well, and I'm very curious to see who this introduction of a new villain will be. We briefly met the first Slayer at the end of the last season as well, so if that will come into play. I'm really enjoying this series so far, so thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And if you want to have a say in what movies or TV shows I watch, be sure to join Patreon. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. No credits, right into it. Oh my, okay, Riley's still here. Each season the effects get a little bit better, just a tiny bit more advanced. And I'm kind of half expecting some, like, drastic haircuts as well. She's just sneaking off in the middle of the night to hunt vampires. Oh my. I want to skip it, but I love the intros, but I don't want spoilers. And I love that they change it every season, too. Oh, the gentleman! Ah! And Anya's in the opening credits, the bunny suit. And it's great to see all the original cast is returned as well. And that's shot from Season 3, but I still love it.
Touchdown! Oh yeah! Go team!
Yeah, for a show taking place in California, they never go to the beach.
Shouldn't relaxing involve less exertion?
Absolutely. Exertion can lead to sweatiness.
Oh my.
Oh, that I lack the culinary finesse of a caveman.
Ignis incente.
Whoa, Willow!
Oh, check you out.
Damn!
The elements, so when you affect one, you don't wind up causing.
A rainstorm. Oh, short-lived beach day. Yeah, right. That was cool though. Willow's definitely getting stronger. There was no like little sputter, it was instant flame. Oh my. This looks ominous.
Look at this. Guys carting dirt around.
Leave it. We'll turn it on its side.
Vampires in dirt. Like Nosferatu. Throat punch. Well, quite a contrast to our Southern California.
There you go. All set.
Thank you, Willow.
Giles got a MacBook. Oh my.
Making giant rubber band balls. That's when you'll just have to get a life.
Digitizing page by page. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
We're doing all this because I want you and the others to have everything you need at your fingertips.
In case. Oh no, we can't lose Giles.
Because Buffy doesn't need me anymore. And I don't say that in a self-pitying way. I'm quite proud, actually.
We can't lose Giles. No.
I'm sorry. Duty calls. It's a total drag.
Ah! Oh god, that scared me. Oh, what do we got going on here? Invisible Man situation?
Care to step up for some overtime?
We're not going to fight.
I'm guessing this is what Escape from that crate.
I apologize. I assumed you knew. I'm Dracula.
Dracula? The Dracula?
Get out.
She's like excited. She's like, I always wanted to meet you. The first vampire? Oh my gosh.
Tell you, which I'm not going to. So let me get this straight. You're Dracula.
I want to suck your blood.
You know who I am. As I would know without question that you are Buffy Summers.
Whoa, skipping right to the introductions.
Heard of me.
Naturally. You are known throughout the world.
Throughout the world? What? How?
I came to meet the renowned killer.
Yeah, I prefer the term Slayer.
Is it like a vampire newsletter that they all have access to? Some kind of email chain?
No. You know what I feel? Bored.
Is this gonna be like a Buffy Goes Bad season? Her power is rooted in darkness? That Dracula's tricky.
Wow, really? Hey, sorry, man. I was just joking around.
Is his shirt bedazzled?
I will see you soon.
Whoa, bat POV. Yes. Just swooped on out of there. Typical Dracula. Oh!
It's not that surprising that he's heard of you, Buffy. You are the Slayer.
I guess. Just the way he said it, you know.
Yeah, I wouldn't think the world would know.
You have the dark, penetrating eyes and lilty accent.
I wonder if he knows Frankenstein.
You thought
I'd watch that episode.
he's right. Dracula's too slick to fall for the usual stuff. So we hold off. No killing until we know exactly what we're dealing with.
How old is Dracula supposed to be?
Are you?
No, his eyes were... There was no penetration.
Oh my.
See? A little sugar and I'm all yours.
He'd remember me. I was just
Anya's like just upset. She's like, it was just a little thing, but he probably remembers.
made this jerk incredibly fat, like a human minivan.
Are we doing werewolves in this episode as well?
Please don't tell me you're jealous.
Oh, no. Just because you're panting over the guy.
I am not panting.
There's definitely rhinestones on his shirt.
Fine. I suppose Dracula doesn't use bleach, huh? He's a darks only.
I don't know what his laundry routine would be.
But no poofing. Come on, puffy shirt. Pucker on up, because you can kiss your pale ass good.
Silence.
Yes.
He's really going for the alliteration there.
You will be my emissary, my eyes and ears in daylight.
Oh, Xander's being possessed?
You will be rewarded. I will make you an immortal
What? What?
that feeds on life itself, on blood.
Blood. Yes.
He turned Xander into a vampire now.
You are strange and off-putting. Go now.
Can vampires possess people? We've seen them like hypnotize them before.
Well, well. You can take the boy out of the initiative.
Spike. Glad to see he hasn't changed.
Dracula. Poncy bugger owes me 11 pounds for one thing.
You try.
Would you?
Oh, showdown already. We just got here. Spike's all talk. Yeah.
You are magnificent.
I bet you say that before you bite all the girls.
Ha!
That you can just waft in here with your music video wind and your hypno eye.
He doesn't need to be invited in? Yeah.
For a creature whose darkness rivals my own.
What? What?
He was...
Unworthy.
Dracula jealous? Buffy's definitely under some kind of spell. Oh my.
Do not fight.
Buffy, fight! 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 That's your nature, Buffy. Come on, don't let Dracula... No, 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 no! Oh god, Buffy, what? Ooh! That sounded juicy. What the frick, man? We can't lose Buffy the first episode. This is not going well. Yeah, I was gonna say, was it a dream? But very real.
It's a jelly one. You want it?
Got it.
And she's not hungry now. Something's going on.
Garlic, turn-ons, nice duds, minions, long, slow bites that last for days.
Oh, quite the profile.
The end result is the same. He turns him into a vampire.
Well,
We're not doing that. We're not gonna turn Buffy into a vampire now.
with his own blood. And blood. Blood is life.
Oh, it's a big old spider.
Enough for him to take her. She must want...
Xander! He just ate that spider. Oh my god, that's disgusting. Xander, one chomp.
Prince.
Then take off the scarf.
Let go of me. This is ridiculous.
Busted. Oh, shoot.
And what'd I tell you? That's Thrall.
You're saying Dracula has some sort of freaky mind control over her?
Yes.
Any creature features, man.
It does seem like
He's gonna keep eating bugs.
control over me, even though a big part of me is resistant.
Xander.
I shouldn't take this personally. I mean, well, with Angel, I mean, it's understandable that there would be transference.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Look, I mean, I'm the one who knows him. I'm the one who had a really good look at him. And I mean, what? Hey!
Oh, Xander.
You cool with that?
Take me to him.
Great. Great. Possessed Xander and Buffy, fangirl over here, going to Dracula's castle.
Master, I deliver the Slayer. See who you most desire.
I feel like this is the same house we used for Jonathan. Comment below and let me know. Yeah, the fireplace definitely looks familiar.
Thing and...
Leave us. We must not be interrupted.
You bet.
He's like, sure thing, buddy old pal.
Because I'm under your thrall? Well, guess again, pal.
Wow, this whole time.
Put the stake down.
Okay.
That was short-lived.
Sunnydale a couple of years now. And what I've never noticed before? A castle. Big honking.
I was gonna say, this is a sudden new addition to the town of Sunnydale. But it definitely feels like Jonathan's place.
It's not gonna happen again.
Stop me. Stake.
That's not how that goes.
There's so much I have to teach you. Your history, your power.
Yeah, I'm very curious to learn more about her history. Benny!
I won't let you.
I didn't mean for me.
Oh? What? What? They're gonna make her drink? What?
Your master.
You want him? You come through me.
Oh yeah, that's not gonna be difficult. Bye, Xander.
Ladies.
Plural?
And you've never once wanted to know what it is that we fight for?
This will turn her into a vampire, won't it?
Even a taste.
No, 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 no.
You think you know what you are, what's to come.
They were saying in the last season, too. Yeah, she has no idea. So many mysteries with our girl Buffy. Oh, don't do it. Don't do it. No! Oh, Buffy, come on, man.
The darkness. Find your true nature.
Are we doing it gone bad? Yeah, now she's got Dracula's blood in her. Whoa!
That was gross.
Okay, she's back.
Come to me.
You know, I really think the thrall has gone out of our relationship.
I hate it when that happens. Ooh. I hate it when she falls like that. Classic just open door trick. Oh my. Oh! Oh! Gonna gonna burn him alive. I mean, not alive, but you know. Whoa!
How do you like my darkness now?
Oh my. Bye, Dracula. After all these years. Whoa!
Chock full of free will.
And Dracula?
Euro-trashed.
Buffy defeats Dracula. Who's next?
Where's the creep that turned me into a spider-eating man bitch?
Yeah.
Check. No more butt monkey.
It could have been worse. At least you weren't making time with the Dracu babes like Giles here.
Oh my.
Just about to kill those loathsome creatures when Riley interrupted me.
Really? You were gonna nuzzle them to death?
Oh, ew. Yeah, I was like, it can't be that easy. Oh!
Watch your movies. You always come back.
Yes! Thank you, Buffy. See, movies are educational. You can learn things. Again?
I'm standing right here. And I can't do it without you.
I feel like that's setting up the season. Like, I feel like that's going to be your journey this season, is growing and trying to do better and learning.
I need you to be my watcher again.
Oh, yeah! Jazz is back! Can she hire him? I don't like it's a paying position, but I think that means the world to Giles.
That's nothing.
Yeah, we can't lose Giles. Come on. I know his role is shifted over the past few seasons, but...
What are you doing here?
Buffy?
Who's this?
Why don't you take your sister?
What?
Mom!
Buffy has a sister? Oh, is that what her and Faith were talking about? Oh, shoot. Way to end the first episode. That's nuts. What? I definitely recognize that actress as well. So that was my first time watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 5, Episode 1, the start of a brand new season. It wasn't my favorite episode. It's always tricky with new seasons, first episodes. You have, obviously, previous seasons to work off of, but you need to have a new storyline for the new season. So I feel like this episode wasn't the most entertaining, but I feel like the goal of it was to set up for the season, which I think they did. It was definitely interesting to see Dracula. I feel like that kind of opens the door for, even Xander was like, what's next? Like Frankenstein, and like, will she come in contact with other, these monsters from history and kind of these, iconic monsters from horror movies and stuff like that. So I'm very curious to see what that looks like. I've seen some titles of those like B-movie mashups where it's like Frankenstein meets blah, 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 blah. So I'm very curious to see if that's where the direction this season's going to go based on that conversation she had with Giles at the end of the season, where she wants to learn more about being a Slayer. And Vinny likes to steal the letters off of my board, as I'm sure you saw in that episode, how it would disappear out of some shots and then it was back in there. He just likes to eat the letters, and it really worries me that something's gonna happen if he eats them, so I apologize if I was a bit distracted. He didn't eat anything. We're fine. I was able to get it away from him, but he just loves to chew on these plastic letters. I'm glad Giles isn't going back to England, and I think it meant a lot to him to have Buffy ask him to be his watcher again, even if it's in an unofficial capacity, but I feel like his character was a bit lost the last season, so this, I think, gives him a little bit more direction and purpose and a reason to be involved with Buffy. So even if that's all we get from this episode, basically, is that this interaction with Dracula now encourages Buffy to do some soul searching. And even at the end of the last season, Tara was saying, like, with the first Slayer, you barely know anything, like you've only just begun, and they've kind of kept this vague door open as to what Buffy's history could be, or the Slayer history and the other Slayers out there. And I was not expecting Dracula to say, oh, you're known worldwide. We know Buffy's a Slayer, obviously, but I never really thought of it in like a global sense that other countries and other vampires would be talking about her. Obviously, another big takeaway from this episode was the fact that we met Buffy's sister, which was unexpected. She's never mentioned a sibling before. I don't know if her sister was staying with her dad. Her dad has also been very distant throughout this entire show, very sporadic, maybe once or twice has an appearance. So So I'm very curious to see what this new sister is going to look like. There was that dream sequence with Buffy and Faith where they're like, we need to get ready for little sister, but it was Faith who was saying that. So I thought it was Faith's little sister, not Buffy's little sister. So yeah, I'm very curious to see what that dynamic is going to look like. And that's the only new character we've really seen so far. We have, Anya, Spike, Riley, Tara, they're all still here from the previous season. So I was wondering if they were going to add anybody, and we don't have them back at college yet. They're still, it seems like the last few weeks of summer before school starts. As Buffy was saying, let's continue these dinners, when school starts. But I'm very curious to see when they're back on campus, what new characters will be introduced, and yeah, obviously how this new dynamic of the sister will play out. If she knows Buffy is a Slayer, what that looks like. Is now Buffy going to have to hide this from somebody? Because obviously Buffy's mom knows as well. So yeah, I'm very curious to find out more. I feel like this is going to be a very character-driven season with Buffy, doing this self-exploration and learning about herself. And I love backstories, so I'm very curious to find out more about the history of the Slayer and the history of Slayers and what that means for Buffy and this darkness in her. That was a very terrifying sentence to hear, and how he kind of alluded to Buffy turning into a vampire, which is horrifying. I hope that's a route they never take, because I can't imagine what that would be like. And for Buffy to get trapped into Dracula's web and just be kind of under his spell, but obviously she was able to defeat him in the end and was smart enough to know that, he was going to come back. Special effects, makeup, everything like that is still really cool, and the graphics for when vampires are dusted still looked well done. It looked very similar to season 3, maybe some slight alterations. You'd have to really pause it and, zoom in and look at, I think, to see little details, but still looked good. And having even Dracula, very pale, obviously, and his long robes, and that shot where he turned into a bat was really cool. So I'm glad to see the standard of those things have still been upkept, and the fight sequences obviously still greatly choreographed, and it seemed like the vampires were overpowering Buffy in the beginning, and she said she hadn't been training, but she's been patrolling more, so maybe that was just a particularly strong vampire. And now that it's just her again, since the initiative's not around, she has to, continue to patrol, and I imagine going out every night would be exhausting, and, sneaking back into bed. I'm glad we have the same theme song. You never know, but I feel like they can't change it now. It was interesting to see the new title credits, and Anya was added to it, so that's interesting. I don't know where her character is gonna go also. She's mostly been in the background as Xander's girlfriend, so I'm very curious to see if her character's going to play a bigger role, if they just wanted to make it official and not have her, just guest starring in every episode. Spike's in the credits, Riley's in the credits, and I like that they updated the imagery as well as having some shots from season 3. They had the gentleman, and then they had that same shot with, I forget the name of the weapon, but with Buffy holding it at the end. That was definitely in season 3 as well. And some funny elements with having, Xander be possessed by Dracula and, just doing his bidding for him, basically, and eating that spider was so gross. And Giles pretending he's not enjoying, all of these ladies giving him attention, even though they are sucking his blood. But Giles, there didn't seem to be a ton of changes from this episode. It felt like there wasn't a big time jump from the last episode. Sometimes, there's dramatic haircuts or, different cast members or whoever other than, the one we saw in this episode, but it just felt like we picked up right where the last season stopped. It just felt like a continuation of season 4 where we're just, continuing on with the storyline. There was no big time jumps or anything. I hope it's not a Buffy Goes Bad episode where she, this darkness in her, whatever that is, comes unleashed, or she taps into it and goes down that path. I hope it's not that direction. From what I've seen so far, and obviously very limited with just the one episode, I feel like it's going to be Buffy learning more about the Slayer history. I'm glad Joyce made an appearance. We had Tara and Willow together still. Buffy and Riley are still together. Anya and Xander are still together. We did see Willow's powers getting stronger. She was able to start that fire very quickly. Obviously the repercussions of the storm, but it was interesting to see them go to the beach because I don't think we've ever seen them have fun activities like that where they actually, you know, try and go out and do things. Usually it's so focused on whatever's happening, whatever chaos is happening in Sunnydale, but obviously it's their summer break from university. They're older now, maybe they're just trying to do some different things, but I was like, we're at the beach, and then I don't think we've seen them at the beach the entire time, and the show's been set in California this entire time, other than that one scene where Angel, you know, walks up to Buffy for a kiss. But as far as I remember, that wasn't on like a sandy part of the beach, that was just near the water. So maybe they're gonna try and incorporate more fun activities this season and try and do more like regular teenage things. They might be turning 20 soon. Yeah, we had Buffy's 19th birthday in the last season. I wasn't surprised that Spike knows about Dracula. I'm sure they would have crossed paths at some point. And then we had this moment where Riley and Spike are kind of arguing and kind of like threaten to fight each other, although Spike can't really do anything. So obviously Riley is very much on the side of Buffy and has zero attachment to Spike and doesn't really care what happens to Spike. So it was interesting to see a scene between the two of them. They've obviously had scenes before, but this seemed different. So I'm very curious to see how that's going to go going forward. Overall, I thought it was a decent episode for the start of the new season. I don't think it was a mind-blowing, you know, crazy over-the-top episode. I think it achieved its goal of laying some groundwork, getting things set up for the start of the season, and we were introduced to one new character, which I'm very curious to see what door that's going to open and where that's going to go. But honestly, yeah, it just felt like a continuation of season 4. I'm really enjoying this series, and I'm very curious to see what the rest of season 5, as we've just begun, has in store. So thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. Yeah, for a show taking place in California, they never go to the beach. Vampires in dirt, Invisible Man situation? I'm guessing this is what escaped from that crate. There's definitely rhinestones on his shirt. Oh, it's a big old spider. Yeah, now she's got Dracula's blood in her. Should she hire him? I don't like it's a paying position, but...